My name is Rhapsody and welcome back to Cult of the Lamb. Here in Cult of the Lamb, specifically Republic here in Cult of the Lamb. Benevolent leader, please don't judge me, but I've always wanted to eat a meal made of poop with salt to satisfy this dark desire for me. Now, Mr. Gibberish is gonna make, Thanana eat it. Your dark desire is to watch someone eat a bowl of poop, Mr. Gibberish, not to eat the bowl of poop yourself. Don't claim this as though it's a noble thing you're doing. This is an awful prank that I'm going to allow you to do. Bowl of poop, please. Oh, hang on. Is one of these a really good meal at this point? Wait, cheery cauliflower chowder. Just takes a lot of cauliflower, little bit of a chance of causing illness. Honestly, I can make cauliflower and flowers and feed everyone pretty appropriately that way. I do need to make more toilets just so that people can actually use them at the same time. Mince follower meat, I do like the idea of just feeding them all to one another. Oh God. You know what, I'll do that after I get this bowl of poop for Thanana first. Wait, there you go. Thanana, you need to eat poop. Oh, everyone's going to bed. All right, y'all have a good night then. I'll collect all these treasures you've left behind and make my way out into the dungeon lair. Actually, I'll quickly hand in this quest with Mr. Gibberish first. Oh, I could have gotten you over the top with just a single inspiration. Oh, if only it overflowed. Oh, it'd be so much easier. Okay. That's time to go out into the farms then. Only thing that makes sense to me. Make sure this is all stocked up with more flowers, a bit more mushroom too. Just in case it happens to be successful and we're out there for a little bit of time. This wants me to travel at the moment. I'm not entirely certain to where. Smuggler's Sanctuary. Have I been here? No, definitely not. Boop, boop. Yo! Listen, mutton chop, you owe me a shit. The bishops are nasty pieces of work, but they do good enough trade to keep the they do a good enough job of keeping the waterways open and trade flowing around here. But with you going around killing them, it opens the gates for all sorts of monstrous beasts to start sinking me store. Scary things they be, with gnashing teeth and a different stinks and a face that could curdle milk. Just like me mother-in-law! So you best be making this right. Every time a bishop dies, a nasty beast called a witness takes its place. Luckily for you, Plimble knows folks will pay a pretty penny for the eye of a witness. You get me their eyes, I buy a new boat, and we call it all square. All you need to do is return to the places you've killed a bishop, defeat the ferocious beast that's emerged, and bring me their eyes. Simple enough. I am more than happy to do that, and this shows us something that I knew was going to be in the game for a long period of time. A reason to go back to the earlier dungeons. The bomb. Drop an explosive when you roll 10-second cooldown, drop Black Echo when you roll 10-second cooldown, and Soul Snatcher when killing an enemy, 10% chance of healing. Peer into the darkness. A good friend. Little lamb, we meet again. A beautiful night, is it not? Does your cult flourish? Are they devoted? Are they strong? Well, you know what they say. The best thing that a follower can do is follow. Say, how about another deal? I'm afraid the hunting tonight is sparse. Too many predators and not enough prey. If you give me one of your loyal followers, I'll give you something in return. Do you agree? Absolutely. Now, Mr. Gibberish, you pulled an awful prank on Thanana just a moment ago. It's not going to be any of the named people, I'll tell you that off the bat, right? It's absolutely going to be someone non-named. However, it's going to be someone that has like a reasonable level as well. So we're looking for one of the level 3 non-named folk. I mean, I can get Thanana out of here, and I have sent Thanana away multiple times. You know what? I think Thanana is just a sacrificial pawn, right? And then we revive the pawn again, and then sacrifice it again, and then revive it again, and then sacrifice it again. Also, this will get the aftertaste out of your mouth. Another satisfying deal. Here, take this. Now, do excuse me, I'm famished. I like them kind of being like a dark, lurking figure rather than something over-the-top monstrous, because they will reveal a turn at some point and become over-the-top monstrous, I have to imagine. Here's your shell. And we'll make our way, I think, very quickly back to the Republic Cult, because everyone's woken up. It's time for you all to get a prayer at them. I'll take all of those. That, and we definitely need more people working on the farm specifically. Which of these is give you a job? Actually, you know, Eloise? You're level 5? Level 5's pretty good, but it's probably not my highest level at the moment. You know what? You never need to sleep. Here you go. Moon necklace. Enjoy. And then, if I can, yes, I'll tell you to work on the farm. So you never sleep and you work on the farm. That seems like a good combo to me. Is there anyone else that I should specifically do this to? I mean, you're already leveled. Jujumeral. By the by, I'm going to start re-including the names of folks who have not been... what's the word I'm looking for? Revived? Because I'm not going to have enough cooldowns on my ritual to just bring back absolutely everyone, unfortunately. I can sacrifice people twice as fast as I can bring them back. So as a result, I'm going to start awarding the name the second to new people, specifically for the people that I'm unlikely to be able to revive. So an example would be Victor the Second, being something instead of one of the default names like Jujumeral. So, sermon up first. Bloody, bloody, blood, blah. Oh, you're looking really old there. I don't even know who that is. I think that's David, actually, at the moment. Increase the starting level of weapons when you begin a new crusade. Love it. Very, very quickly gonna make my way to the remaining levels on that branch. The crown itself. Oh yeah, we're at max doctrine already. So do I want to continue trying to use the Fleece of Glass cannon? I mean, I was just given a reason to go back to the earlier dungeons. I'm gonna go back to the Golden Fleece and try and just burn my way through the earlier dungeons because of the more consistent and well-known attack patterns they'll have compared to the other things we've fought recently. Loyalty Enforcer, patrolling around, doing all that loyalty enforcement. I'm going to ascend a follower here. David, I have to say, you've done incredibly well and incredibly good things for all of us. Jazzy hasn't even gotten old yet, but is level 6. Actually, Jazzy's probably going to get that second double life length necklace in just a couple moments. See, everyone's pleased. They know they're going to eat well tonight. Anything else I want to do? I really do want to do a fight pit ritual at some point, but it's not yet. Not yet. Okay. David's ascended. That doesn't need any more fuel at the moment. Okay, so apropos of nothing, I did just get a shipment of foodstuffs, everyone. I know, it's surprising. It was just randomly, absolutely out of nowhere whatsoever. If you happen to recognize the food, please don't say anything too loudly. Surely I had to make like 16 meals because each individual person has like their own hunger stat. Surely. I'm happy to make a bunch more hearty meat broths. I'm gonna be on the farm for just a little bit here, so if everyone poops, that's okay. We can just deal instantly. Plus, ain't one of y'all a janitor? Couldn't y'all do it yourself at this point? These are now all well refined too, which means I can actually start setting up what they were going to create. Now all I need to do is remember what they were going to create in the first place, and then I'll have solved it. So down here would be more tables. Over here, yeah, very far out of my reach. So we need some more crystals for the second level of outhouse, giving people the ability to relieve themselves with a greater capacity. Scarecrow seed silo. The harvest totem increasing the growth speed of all farm plots within range also seems a good idea here to me. Ah, bugger. Yeah, this is not going to be able to sit well, unfortunately. Maximum number of plants that it can cover is probably in this position or this position. Yeah, it's looking a little janky. I'll kind of gird the area with these. And let's get a couple of gold bars created. In fact, I'm gonna make the full limit of gold bars in each of these areas, because money comes to me a lot faster than gold bars do at this point in time. Quickly check to see if anyone is soon to be back. Silly is coming back with some followers, hopefully, and Diz with some bone. Jazzy, speaking of, interact, give gift. You are gonna live twice as long as you are a very high level. And look, then I think it's probably also going to be worth my time to quickly give you an inspiration. I was thinking about also doing the bribe, but that maybe just a little much, you know. Oh, also, quick re-education for Patricia. I'm certain you can contribute comfortably towards society and everything will be fine. Tomorrow, after you get one more re-education. And we are out of here. All right. I've actually got the double fishing going on at the moment as well, which wouldn't be an awful idea to get some of done. By humor, unfortunately, I don't have the money for that. I'm gonna go into the Darkwood and see if it's changed the dungeon significantly. Traitor's Razor, fast blade designed for many cuts, but low damage but lightning quick. I mean, this is higher damage than like a like a base level shield. Sorry, a base level shield, a base level sword anyway, so I consider it fine. That's basically my argument there. Okay. So the attack pattern hasn't changed. I almost want to say like the enemies have way more health right now, but it might just be what it currently feels like with a dagger to open in this area. I know that it was kind of like pulling teeth to open with daggers in previous areas. Okay, yeah, so the rune combinations are significantly more difficult. So this is like everything just got worse in, or everything is terrible, sorry, in Isaac. If you're unfamiliar with that, that is a point in the game where you demonstrate your skill to the game, and it says, okay,
Now we're turning the actual game on. And then the game gets very mad at you for a while. Planet, draw a card ourselves. I'm going to be taking the 1.2 times weapon damage. And not making an offering. Yeah, it doesn't really make sense for me to here. Almost. It almost spooked me into doing it. I've just got to be ready to back away from basically every single attack, because I can cancel animations on my attacks very, very effectively. Honestly, I've got to get back into the mode of being a Dark Souls. I need to know my exit. If I haven't got an exit strat, what I really have is a plan to die. Balls. Doing good in the dungeon so far. This is a tarot card, but that is a follower. Yeah, I still do want followers at this point. I still do feel kind of light on them. Having a kind of set it and forget it cast on that curse is pretty good. However, it gets a lot worse when each of the projectiles seems very, very fragile. Like, literally, if it runs into anything, and sometimes it can just broadly move into terrain, it won't strike the enemy. So it's not a very reliable kind of panic button. Which is putting me off slightly. To be fair, they are meant to be much more active kind of incorporations into your build. I'm definitely getting that from the design. I'm getting that loud and clear. It's just, I'm incorporating them very, very slowly. So the easier they would be to do, better off it would work for me. 10% chance to gain a heart when killing an enemy. A blue heart when killing an enemy. And this is lose red heart, gain a tarot card for coming to this area. So if I wanted to, at this point, I could strike this and then just go directly for the fight, and then that ends the dungeon. I'm gonna quickly check this. Yeah, because this will take us back to... So this is back to the Leshy fight. I was wondering whether or not it would consider this to be the location where I had slain the previous bishop, and therefore whether or not this would be what gives me the eye. I would have expected there to be a different boss here, to be entirely honest, because it seemed like the justification for the different boss would be that, or the justification for the different loot would be that there's a different boss. Yeah, this curse is pretty wild when my damage is multiplying like this. Unfortunately, it's pretty not wild when then immediately afterwards I take a huge amount of damage. Sorry, not a huge amount of damage. What? Huh. I miss a huge amount of damage by not managing to strike the enemy with basically any of the ability. No! Okay, yeah, he got me. He rolled into me, dealt damage to me. It's fine, I'm still gonna win the fight, I'm just not gonna do it perfectly. Bugger. Alas. A camellia bed. There's a little bit of a decoration for our base. Ah. Interesting. So now I understand what's going on here. The original end will have the new boss, if there's a new boss. This one is if I want to go back and redo the previous fight against the bishop instead. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back to the Darkwood, and I'm going to have to actually proceed through the entirety of it, but that's fine. It's a very, very quick way to get a huge amount of good resources right there. I'm not going to turn that down. Also, it's a new day, so it's time to go for a sermon anyhow. And anyway. Welcome back, Silly. You probably got another followers for us as well, so... Gonna come down and talk to you first. I did it, leader. I retrieved what you were after from my mission room. I managed to find a person. Excellent. Welcome back. Silly, you did excellently well and simply must sleep. You look dead on your heels. Okay, next up, Tabernacle Mark II, place for followers who are not worshipping to pray throughout the day and deposit their devotion. I mean, having a second sink effectively for those does seem like a good idea to me. How are we doing over on the other side? The devotion harvest totem slowly generates devotion as well as harvesting. That is kind of nice as well. Catches birds that try and steal the seeds from the farm plots within range. Catches them! Let's go trap Scarecrow. That seems like additional resources, right? If it catches them. Surely. So Trap Scarecrow is going to require more planks. And that is fine by me. In fact, I'm going to immediately queue up the creation of all of those. Because I just have all the materials for that, thankfully. I do need more crystals, and I'm increasingly needing more and more. It's a new day, so one last lot of re-education for you, Patricia, and you're welcome to come back out of those stocks. Release. Oh, in fact, you got a mission immediately. What's up? The days are dragging and blurring together. We need inspiration. Please, enlighten us. Perform the enlightenment ritual. I don't know what ritual that is, but you know what? I feel like it's only fair at this point. I've locked you up many, many days, and you've come away with it with a simple request that I re-enlighten everyone here. It's good and right and noble. Oh my god, that is a huge amount of things to loot from this. I didn't realize that was all stocking up in there and never coming to my own inventory. Oh boy, we have way more loot than I thought. Let's quickly grab a couple of these planks, and I think that's now enough for me to start the construction of it. No, we need 2 more planks. I kind of want to wait for those to finish and then put down the construction before I go into the sermon room. I mean, before I go into the sermon room for any reason, I'm going to want to actually induct some new people into the cult. Aljubre asks, please spare me. I'm afraid, Aljubre. Bucking the trend, you are not going to be one of the characters that is allowed to keep their name, unfortunately. For you, but fortunately for the new you, who is, well, you are now someone named Sean. I tried to do it in its full form, but now you are just someone named Sean, and I will refer to you as such. That's pretty good. I don't think we got many of the, I don't think we have many of this follower. I was gonna say many of the, and then I didn't. What animal is that? Many of the bone spider head. We don't have many of the bone spider heads, actually. Oh, that's cool as hell. Marbre, welcome on in, or should I say, Willow the Second. Wait, no, Willow's out on a mission at the moment. No, wait, Willow's not out on a mission. Right? Just gonna quickly put a the, and if I'm wrong and Willow is one of the characters that is still currently alive, then oops, and they're gonna have to fight to the death. Absolutely, they're gonna have to fight to the death. If any character and the second version of them are still alive at the same time, I'm going to put them in the death pit. It's the only way to make sure that I keep only the strongest. Oh, we do already have another one. Well, whatever. I didn't really recruit this one. Harbor him. I don't really recruit him or house him, but I do harbor him, I guess. And I aid and I abet. Okay. we now have the ability to pop down the second level of totem. Did that upgrade the area of effect as well? That's huge. Oh, I'm very pleased with that if that's one of the big outcomes we're supposed to be getting from that. I should quickly take someone's confession just while I'm here. Silly, just because we can immediately level you up. Hey! Ooh, I'm gonna very quickly also, because Jujumeral, you're working on this at night. You may also have a Moon's Necklace to represent how well you are doing at that. And is Patricia still about? Yes. Sorry about the brief interruption here, Patricia. I'm just gonna have to inspire your friend. Excellent. And I've only interrupted so that I can give you a gift. I mean, honestly, if there's any good reason to interrupt, surely that's it. As I award a Nature's Necklace. Bonus loyalty, and they will also harvest bonus resources, which I think maybe, I'm not certain if it will affect it at all, but maybe that will have some impact in how effective they are as a missionary, which I think might be good. All right, Patricia. Bring back cauliflower seeds. Ooh, not actually guaranteed to be able to bring back the followers of a bone. Good. Very, very happy to send you out for that. Neko, you may also have a Nature's Necklace in honor of your, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not superior, it's seniority. There we go. In honor of your seniority, the fact that you've been here and then in heaven and then here again. In fact, I think we will be able to get the Divine Inspiration as well as the Ritual and Sermon off before we go back into town. Oh my god, it's all working perfectly. Compassed. Deposit grass to turn into fertilizer. I'm not super interested in that, to be honest. Devotion Harvest Totem. I'm going to increase this. We're going to get more of our farming going on, because it's already going so well. Show me what that would even do. So the Devotion Totem, need more planks. Wow, actually 1 more bar and 6 more planks. And I can make 2 Devotion Totems. That's very, very, very accessible for me. Extremely easy and accessible. So let's quickly make a couple more planks and a couple more bricks. Seems good to me. And out we go. Do I need to make food? Yeah, I should quickly make some food before we leave. 20% chance of some loyalty. There's some hearty meat there if they still want it. Mixed Niga. Man, I've got so much food. It's just I'm always missing one thing that would help me craft a bunch more. Sure. Have a carnivorous diet. Oops. A diet of meat and sulfur exclusively. So I'll quickly clear that up before anyone gets stuck in. And it's time for a quick sermon. Okay, so we're about 50-ish at the moment. That's good. I'm happy with 50-ish. Holy Day Rituals. Sacrifice of the Flesh. Okay, okay. Ritual of Enlightenment. Wow, that's actually the ritual you want me to cast. That's my favorite ritual to cast. Everyone work faster for 3 days. You would not have had to convince me to do this much. This isn't going out of my way. This is like asking me to do something. It's like asking me to continue to breathe, right? It's like, well, I was already kind of planning on that, I guess. But look, if I can do it and satisfy your request at the same time, gold. So Patricia, where have you ended up? Because that was your mission. I mean, I guess you pop loyalty. Should quickly interact with anyone who has. And maybe try and push anyone who hasn't slightly over the limit. Just because the next time I ascend someone, I don't want 95% of the loyalty effect it otherwise would have given to a character to be lost to not overflowing. Whoop. Banzelbub, you'll get one too. All of this much easier for me to mentally justify for myself. When I think of it along the lines of the fact that we are still looking for Patricia, so we're actually just about to finish a mission, what we're really doing here. Okay. Well, I don't understand where you're going. Disappeared into thin air. Wait, hang on. No, it's Jujumral. Well, I'm blind, or are you in here still preaching? That's my job. I really need this to have a much larger capacity. Otherwise, I feel like I should really just go fish and then come back and collect a new full stack of this. Well, that's long enough. I've spent a huge amount of time here trying to ponder on whether or not I can find Patricia to finish out that quest. I'll do it in a bit. Okay, collect reward from Patricia. We can go somewhere before the nighttime. Ooh! Fauna is sick. Therefore, a little cheaper for us to pick up. I'll happily take you. And then I'm going to return to trying to do that Darkwoods thing again. Actually see if we can see the new boss. Bane Hammer. Chance of poisoning an enemy when attacking as well. Whoop, didn't look at that one long enough, unfortunately. Let's quickly pull that up. Call of the Crown, a sacred projectile that will possess hit enemies. Firing mechanic for it is lob. Okay. Intriguing. Wow. Oh, I really need to be significantly less cocky. I'm happy for all of the bones we're getting in these areas, though. Just wish it was a more passive thing for me to be getting here. Especially with a weapon that's this slow! No! There we go. Whew. Let's take a couple of the flowers as well. This is our Clownic, so we can come up here. Get a tarot card of 1.2 times weapon damage on something that's already doing a huge amount of damage. You know I like that, even if it's not. I make it seem like, you know, oh, I was only going to take it if I was using this weapon here, but I had the dagger previously, and I did it there too. So I think I just really like straight statistical increases like that. Very simple, straightforward. So we've got plus 100% damage, which means I'm now doing... Oh boy. So we're doing 20% more damage, and we're also doing double damage. Not entirely certain how those stack. The area of effect of this hammer seems like is getting slightly larger as time is going on as well here. Maybe as the weapon is getting more powerful. I'm never going to rely on that being the case, but that's how it feels certainly right now. Again, I'm going to be tempted for the follower, and it's going to be successful. Beauty. Wee bit of lumber there. All the followers in this area are the same. Oh boy. That was a dangerous fight open for us. I easily could have lost my entire modifier. Which, funny thing this, I'd really like not to do that. Oh man, if I can one-shot the boss, baby, please, let me. No bigger validation for a Johnny playstyle than to one-shot something. Okay. All's good. Let's just grab those and the Camilla and move on before I tempt myself to go and fight the boss that I can easily kill again. That's really annoying. Lost all of my damage multiplier there because the weapon was very slow and I dove in too aggressively. Every time I rolled towards someone and at the end of my roll, after I started swinging my hammer, they began their attack, I was terrified they would finish their attack before I dropped the hammer, and then it just immediately happened there. Ow. Well, a little bit of health. Can't half complain about that. Damn, a little bit more. Certainly not going to now. Okay. I mean, it works fine if basically I just wait for every enemy to have completed an attack and then approach them, but at a certain degree, too many enemies are on the screen and you can't always hold to doing that. Let's go back down to Clownic first. An extra half heart. I can't fire the projectile when I swing my weapon because that actually fires faster than my weapon comes down, and as a result, it ends up knocking the enemy away from the point of impact of my hammer. A tragedy if ever there was one. Give me alternates or upgrades? Ooh. Okay, both of these are lobs, but one of them is the ability to possess an enemy on hit. This is projectile that creates a trail of black ichor. I'm gonna take the Strike of the Crown again, just because it's new. And then recycle the old one for, yeah, only a single coin. So it's never going to be super useful to recycle things. I wanted to see if recycling something higher value, I guess, would give us more than a single coin, but no, it just seems like a... Again, that was another situation where, yeah. Okay, 2 times that happened there. At the same time, the enemy began the animation for their charge, and I began trying to drop the hammer on them. Both times they hit me first. So I need to be way more careful with enemies that have short-range charges like that. To be clear, this is me not, or rather, this is not me complaining. This is me trying to drill into my own head the way in which I can approach that in the future, because man, I would love to continue using that hammer as much as possible, baby. Ooh, it's a good weapon. I like it. It do the large thumps. Okay. Welcome back, Disneymere. I returned from my mission with gifts. Incredible, incredible weapon. Ooh, open trap. Oh, and it gives us a meat. Meat. Just a single meat. I guess I'm fine with that. Seems a little underwhelming, to be honest, though. Thorna! Welcome on in. Thorna, I've got good news. Your name is actually Moms the Second, and you didn't know it the entire time. I'm gonna give you that as your form. Cynical and coprophiliac, welcome on in. And then immediately we're treating you. Cop flowers until you're healthy. I've heard of herbal medicine, but floral medicine? What are they getting this steel wool from anyway? Iron sheep? Okay, what else? Welcome on in, Jamer. You are spared. Everything except for your new name of Victor II. Welcome on in. Get around him. Good to have you. If you could, clean base. Just default to cleaning base. I want someone to have that as their highest priority. First divine inspiration, or rather another divine inspiration. I was about to say first divine inspiration for this episode, but I realized I'm actually close to the end of an episode, not close to the start of an episode. I knew it was one of the two, I just didn't know which. Grand Shelter. You know what? I'm upgrading the Tabernacle. I know we've almost run out of reasons to get more devotion, but what I'm gonna quickly do here is make devotion easier for me to get. Huh? What? You think that's not a good idea? Me too. Devotion Harvest Totem. Yes, these are the two that I was going to set myself up for and made the resources already previously for. In Faith, the second level of Tabernacle. I do feel like I could easily make more Tabernacles. So like there, and then across. So we kind of have like a terracotta army of tabernacles here. Okay, and then I will upgrade all of those with the requisite stone. So let me start getting that. This is also a good way for me to consistently make sure that I keep on top of making the premier resources whenever they're available, by giving myself an actual actionable goal that they will achieve. And frankly, it looks like it's doing quite well. Have I given you all a sermon today yet? Because if I haven't, it'll be a quick one. We're gonna speedrun this sermon. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. All right. Woo! Got him. Godly weapons. They deal significantly more damage than mortal weapons, but they're rare and they appear on your crusades. Sure. That sounds like the kind of thing I'm still into. Weapons of plenty. And a sneaky wee bit of a ritual. I don't think anyone's old enough to need to be sacrificed, that is. However, we can bring someone back, surely. Anyone want to fight their living self? Okay, youngest here, Uranbre, doesn't have a name. 3D, actually, also. Could come back. Rawsome, 45. Okay, so Rawsome's 45, but also elderly. I want to see, if I bring Rawsome back now, will they come back as elderly? And if they come back as elderly, will they die of old age soon? Or will this reinvigorate them? That's all good. Don't need to do any of the rest of those. Rawsome has become gravely ill and will die in a few days, if not healed. Rawsome has become gravely healthy and will live in a few days, if not killed. Okay, the inspirations work at the end there, and people are starting to move off to their bed. Great. Frankly, I don't think this could have gone better. We are exactly on the 45-minute mark when I said the word frankly. My name is Rhapsody. The name of the game is being Cult of the Lamb. Series playlist up at the top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Screen past the names of people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/Rhapsody plays at or above the thanked in. A special thanks to this episode to someone named Sean. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves and hopefully see you all next time. See, I told you I was going to speedrun the sermon. It's just not the one in game.